welcome to yet another brand new video of my cricket dream. So in this video I plan to say the live review of the final match of this year's IPL 2020, which is between Delhi Capitals and Mumbai Indians. So after 60 games of the most lucrative T20 tournament of the world, we have two teams for the grand finale. We have Delhi Capitals, whose eyes will be fixed on them as they are playing their first ever final, and at the second team in the final we have the Rohit Sharma's led Mumbai Indians, who are having a time of their life as they have won 10 of their group stage matches and also are going in a fine form. They have entered in the points table at the first position and are sheer favourites in lifting the trophy and defending the trophy as well in 2020. But we can just complete that because Delhi Capitals is a very strong unit, especially in this year. And if you're looking at the pattern in which Mumbai Indians follow of lifting the IPL trophy, it was first in 2013, second came 2015 when they defeated Chennai, 2017 when they defeated Rising Super Pune Giants, which was also led by Mahendra Singh Dhoni, and then 2019, which again they defeated Chennai Super King, and then 2020 they are now about to face Delhi Capitals. And so if they win this cup, they are gonna get a record 5 times IPL trophy, and Rohit Sharma itself will get 6 trophies. One was when he was playing for Deccan Chargers in 2009, and rest all when he captained Mumbai Indians. 5 victories. So we can just see at the end of the match who is gonna lift the trophy. Delhi Capitals the first time, or Mumbai Indians the 5th time. So now, without any other things, we can just look at the toss. So looking at the toss is concerned, Delhi Capitals won the toss and decided to bat first on a bright pitch in the Dubai International Cricket Stadium. Maybe because of that is that they played in the qualifier against Sunrisers Hyderabad, and their main strength is also to bat first and score huge runs on the board. They have some quality fast bowlers such as Anrich Nortje and Kagiso Rabada, and also they have a decent spin bowling unit and is led by Ravichandran Ashwin. So yeah, they have the bowling power, and also in the last match against Sunrisers Hyderabad in qualifier 2, I think so their batting issues have been also solved with Marcus Stoinis opening with Shikhar Dhawan, and also it's a good option as well, good choice as well, because it will also add a left-right opening combination. So now, as the toss is done and dusted, now we can see the 11 of both these teams in the grand finale. So looking at the Indians, Rohit Sharma, Quinton De Kock will open the innings, whereas Surya will be 1 down, and Kishan will be at number 4. Kieron Pollard will be a number 5. Hardik Pandya at number 6, and Krunal Pandya at number 7. Nathan Courtnile at number 8. Trent Boult at number 9. Japrit Bumrah at number 10, and Jayant Yadav at number 11. So a surprising change or a tactical change made by the Mumbai Indians management in this 11 is none other than Jayant Yadav coming in. I know almost everyone had thought that Rahul Chahar, who had a brilliant IPL 2020, would come in place of Jayant Yadav, who have just played 1 match so far in this year's IPL. But surprisingly, as a tactical change, Rohit Sharma also hinted a day before the final happened that Jayant Yadav may come in replacing Rahul Chahar. So yeah, it is a tactical change, and it's also his first match, which was against Delhi Capitals itself in the group stages. He was quite decent, taking 2 wickets and giving just 29 runs in 4 overs. So now we can look at the Capitals 11. If you are seeing, they are unchanged with Marcus Stoinis and Shikhar Dhawan opening. Ajinkya will come at 1 down, number 3. Shreyas Iyer will be at number 4. Rishabh Pant will be at number 5. Shimron will be at number 6 after his fiery 43 of 22 balls. And then number 7 it will be Axar Patel. Number 8 Kagiso Rabada. Number 9 Praveen Dubey. Number 10 Ravichandran Ashwin, and number 11 Anrich Nortje. So guys, now we can just start with the review, and just as I told before the video about the toss, DC won the toss and decided to bat first. And just like the match before in the qualifier 2, both openers Marcus Stoinis, who opened in the BBL as well, is now opening Shikhar Dhawan in the Indian Premier League. And we hope that Delhi Capitals would have got to a terrific start, because in the last match, which was against Sunrisers Hyderabad, these two players played brilliantly against the fast bowling quality of Sunrisers Hyderabad, which had Jason Holder and the likes of Rashid Khan, and they stitched a magnificent 86 runs partnership in the last match. But in the surprising thing, Mumbai Indians had one of the most strongest bowling attack, and because of that, Trent Boult opened with the new ball, and the first ball itself, Trent Boult get the big wicket of Marcus Stoinis, the first ball itself, and it was caught behind to Quinton De Kock. It was a brilliant start as Trent Boult bowled a ripper. It was a short delivery that was coming in a bit, and Marcus Stoinis was actually in no position to play a defense shot in the back foot, but unfortunately he did so and got a tiny edge to Quinton De Kock, who is never gonna drop those catches. So the first wicket went at the score of just 0 and only one delivery was faced. The new batsman was Ajinkya Rahane. And before just talking about that, MI bowlers just laid down on the DC batsman, especially in the power play. They only conceded 41 runs and also took 3 important wickets. 3 important wickets of the likes of Marcus Stoinis, which I just said before, Shikhar Dhawan and Ajinkya Rahane. Shikhar Dhawan was cleanly bowled by Jayant Yadav at the score of 15. Shikhar Dhawan also faced 13 deliveries and scored at a strike rate of 115. And then Ajinkya Rahane was the last fish to go in the power play, as he just scored 2 runs in 4 deliveries at a strike rate of 50. So after quick wickets fall, we just thought that DC is gonna end up before 140 itself, but they played well. The skipper of Delhi Capitals, Shreyas Iyer, just stood out, and Rishabh Pant as well. We needed to see how effective is Rishabh Pant in this year's IPL, and we didn't see as well. We waited an entire IPL, and finally in the biggest stage of IPL, the grand finale, Rishabh Pant, followed by his skipper Shreyas Iyer, delivered a massive partnership, 114 runs partnership between them that helped DC to get a score to defend against MI. These two also helped MI to get above 150 as well. And while Shreyas Iyer scored a captain's innings of 65 of 50, which had 6 boundaries and 2 massive sixes at a strike rate of a normal 130, Rishabh Pant was a bit aggressive. He took his time, scored in the first 17 balls he faced, he just scored 18 runs, but after that he just launched against the bowlers. Whoever he bowled, he just closed his eyes and just swing the bat across the line. And he scored a very good 56 of 38 balls, which had 4 boundaries and 2 sixes at a strike rate of nearly 150. If you're looking at the current, 147.37. So look, actually, which I said, now Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant were the 2 standout performers of DC's innings itself, as Marcus Stoinis first ball dug Shikhar Dhawan 15 out, Ajinkya 2, Shreyas Iyer 65 runs also remained not out. Rishabh Pant was caught by Hardik Pandya of Nathan Courtnile. Shimron Heptmyer was gone playing 5 balls, scored 5 runs and also headed a boundary. And then Axar Patel as well faced 9 balls, scored 9 runs and a boundary. Kagiso Rabada was run out itself without facing a ball. So yeah, if you're looking at the scorecard, you will directly say that Shreyas Iyer and Rishabh Pant were the two main players in the batting lineup of Delhi Capitals, and because of that DC at least got 156, which I thought, to be honest, I thought that was not enough, because you have a fire pack that consists of Rohit Sharama, you have a fire pack of consists of Quinton De Kock, you have Pollard in there, you have Hardik Pandya in there, you have Krunal Pandya, you have Nathan Courtnile, you have Surya Yadav, and you have Kishan. So there is no need to worry for Mumbai Indians. And now, just as I said, DC with the help of Rishabh Pant and Shreyas Iyer, they reached 156 for the loss of 7 wickets in 20 overs. So that means that Mumbai Indians needs 157 to lift the fifth trophy, as well as defend the trophy, as well as they win the 2019 IPL as well against MS Dhoni's led Chennai Super Kings. So yeah, now we can go for the second innings. Second innings, as usual, the opening pair for Mumbai Indians, which is Rohit Sharama and Quinton De Kock, opened the innings, and also they led a quick fire 45 runs partnership between them, in which Quinton De Kock was the aggressor, whereas Rohit Sharma was just turning the strike to De Kock. Even though he just got 20 runs in 12 balls, it was a strike rate of 170. He scored 3 boundaries and one gigantic 6 against Kagiso Rabada, and at the score of 45. Eventually, in the first ball, Marcus Stoinis, who had a golden arm for DC's success in the qualifier 2, in his first ball itself, got the big fish Quinton De Kock, who was striking the ball neatly and cleanly. So that was a relief wicket for Delhi Capitals, because his partnership was just carrying the game away from them. So yeah, after that, Surya Yadav, the Indian youngster, came to the crease. Actually, he had a very good IPL 2020, scoring match-winning knocks, and we all expected that from him. And also, yeah, he played a 20 ball 19 runs at a strike rate of 95.0, even though it consists of 1 boundary and 1 6. Actually, Surya Yadav was run outed. I would just say about that thing, means Rohit Sharama was on strike and Ravichandran Ashwin was bowling. So as usual, Rohit was just looking for a single and just cutted it away. But since the ball passes the bat, Surya Yadav knew that there were no single or no run there, but Rohit Sharma just ran. Even though Surya Yadav said no a couple of times, Rohit just ran, and Rohit realized that he was in a spot of bother when he reached the non-striker's end. But that's where Surya Yadav uses his awareness the most. As you know, Rohit Sharma was batting beautifully on 48 of 33 when this incident happened. So you can just let down your captain to go to the pavilion back, and this will maybe just trigger out a collapse in the batting unit, which you cannot just afford, especially in a knockout match and especially in a match like a final in the most lucrative league. So yeah, Surya Yadav, knowing that, eventually he knew that one of the batsmen would be out, he decided to sacrifice his wicket for the captain's wicket itself and ran to the wicketkeeper's area. So yeah, like that, Rishabh Pant had all the time in the world to just rip the bails off, and thus Surya had to go back to the pavilion. But he played a knock, and we can just blame him because he needed to sacrifice his wicket for the captain's safety, and that's what he done. He just scored 19 runs of 20 balls, scoring 1 boundary and a 6 at a strike rate of 100. And yeah, the second wicket fall, and the new batsman in was Kishan. So yeah, both these batsmen, Kishan and Rohit Sharma, led out a 40 runs partnership and just safely put Mumbai Indians in a very good position, because they had enough wickets in hand as also enough balls. but unfortunately Rohit Sharma, looking to just end the innings quickly and lift the trophy, was eventually taken by Lalit Yadav, the substitute fielder, and was bowled by Anrich Nortje. That was actually a very brilliant catch, as the substitute fielder had plucked a very outstanding catch. His slow bouncer Rohit Sharma looks to pull, but he does not seem to have got a control of that. It is uppish and seems to be landing in front of the fielder at deep mid wicket. But the substitute fielder runs in the yards, put in a dive of a lifetime and takes a fantastic catch. And then after that, it was at a score of 137 on the scoreboard that Rohit Sharma had to leave the crease, and he was scoring well. He was on 68 in 51 balls at 5 balls and 4 sixes at a strike rate of 133.33 when Rohit Sharma was caught by the substitute fielder Lalit Yadav of Anrich Nortje. So yeah, after that it was Kieron Pollard, and we all thought that Kieron Pollard within 3 balls itself will finish the innings, because you just needed 7 runs from 12 balls when Kieron Pollard was on there, and already he scored 8 runs of 4 deliveries. And also he tried to finish the match as quick as possible, just like Rohit did, and was facing Kagiso Rabada. But it was a very good short delivery on off, which Kieron Pollard looked to just stand on his back foot and just heave it away for a maximum to scores the level. But it took the underage of the bat and knocked the bails out. So he was clearly bowled, but the damage was already done. That 2 boundaries itself just finished the game out for Mumbai Indians, and Delhi Capitals were in a state to bother. So yeah, and after that, even though Hardik Pandya also went in quick succession, Krunal Pandya, the brother of Hardik Pandya, ensured that he will score that 1 run in 8 deliveries. And thus Mumbai Indians went on to lift their 5th trophy. And thus the pattern of Mumbai Indians winning record, which is 2013 to 2015, 2017, 2019, is broken, as now finally MI get a trophy in the even number 2020. But it was a great fight pulled out by the Delhi young boys, because you know that 157 to defend against a top class batting unit just like Mumbai Indians, you need to just put the bowlers, you just need to put the pressure on the batsmen from the starting onwards, which unfortunately for DC I have to say that they didn't. The lack runs, especially in the power play, but the spinners were up to the mark. Ravichandran Ashwin bowled quite economically, giving 7 runs in 4 overs. Kagiso was a bit expensive, 3 overs, 32 runs, 1 wicket at an economy of 10.67. Anrich Nortje was also a bit expensive. Look, the pace bowling unit suffered this time, and thus the whole team suffered, because that was their energy. But unfortunately, in the biggest event, they lost. In Anrich Nortje 2.4 overs, he conceded 25 runs, given 2 wickets and at an economy of 9.38. Second, Marcus Stoinis 23 runs, 2 overs, 1 wicket, 11.50 economy. Axar Patel was also brilliant, 4 overs, 16 runs and 4 economy. He was brilliant. And Praveen Dubey, who was the youngster, was also a bit expensive, as he gave 29 runs, 3 overs, 9.67 economy. So guys, Mumbai Indians win the trophy, and before just switching off the video, I will just say who won the orange cap and all. Pollard won the Ultra Super Striker of the Match award. Man of the match was none other than Rohit Sharma. And orange cap was given to KL Rahul. Purple cap was given to Kagiso Rabada. The Super Striker of the match was given to Kieron Pollard. And the Emerging Young Player of the award was given none other to the RCB born brilliant batsman Karnataka, Devdutt Padikkal. So yeah, that's all. And at the end of the innings, Shreyas Iyer, we can see a disappointing face, whereas Rohit Sharama, accompanied by the team owner Nita Ambani, are in a very good faces as they have won their 5th trophy, and that's a record as well. The most number of trophies led in IPL history, Mumbai Indians 5 times. And so it's a matter of joy for them as they have been very dominant and one of the most successful teams in the last decade or so. So guys, we have to wait one more year for now the next season, and hope that these prevailing pandemic and all are gone and we can have an IPL in our home back in our India. And the next active competitive cricket is none other than the biggest ever series, the India versus Australia, which consists of ODIs, T20s and the ultimate test. So it will start around 27th November 2020. The first ODI will be played on 27th November 2020. It will be played on the SCG Stadium. So guys, thank you for watching my channel. Guys, like, subscribe and comment, and for more such cricket news of world cricket, kindly subscribe to the channel, and also stay tuned for my live review of the India-Australia match as well, which will kick start on 27th November 2020, which is between Australia and India, first ODI in the SCG Stadium. So guys, thank you.